Hello, Ducks fans and hockey fans in Orange County, California, and all over the United States and worldwide. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, keeping you guys got the company, and just chilling out, taking a deep breath, and with what's been going on. But anyways, I want to make this video, and this video is well, it won't be a blog. It's basically talking about Ryan Miller and what would his status be and what would happen in the next coming weeks. Should I say months, when January 1st, 2021 hits. And until then, we won't know what his status with the Ducks will be. He's still a UFA. He's still still mulling his options. Well, then again, if you're 40 and you've been playing most of your life, your career in hockey, well, what are your options? So I mean, as we still count down to January 1st, the start of the Ducks' 28th season and the 2020-2021 NHL season, whatever it's going to be started, my feeling would be on the late January, early February, and it'll be a short season. I'm pondering and wondering what the Ducks would do if three things happen. One, if he retires. Two, if he signs elsewhere. Or three, if he basically wants to re-sign with the team. I mean, three options that could happen. I mean, three options that can be very patient with us, but three options that will test our patience. Number one would be, say if Ryan Miller decides to retire. Say if he calls it a career. I mean, he's 40 years old. I mean, he's played most of his career in Buffalo, and a few times with our Ducks in the past few years as a backup, mentoring younger goalies. I mean, i.e. John Gibson and hopefully Lucas Tolstoy, but then again, it is what it is. I mean, if he retires, the Ducks will have an opening and at the backup, at the number 2 spot in their goaltending. They could not resign, but promote one of their goalies in San Diego to fill in that position. I mean, Anthony Stoles or Stoles, or sorry if I'm butchering the last name. So they can fill that. Or another option would be they can re-sign a quality backup. I mean, I've been hearing the names Anthony Ratta, a Finnish backup from Arizona, might be available. And I could also see that happening. I mean, you know, he's playing in Arizona. Ducks are familiar with him. Anthony Rattata is familiar with the Ducks. I mean, they battle each other each day. And it could be that possibility. Or they could have Lucas Tolstoy to be brought up to flown from Finland to Anaheim. I mean, looking at his stats, he's been tearing up the Finnish Elite League for a few weeks now, and that's pretty awesome in a way. So, and I mean, but then again, you know, you're bringing someone who excels in a European style of hockey, and trying to make sure they transition to a North American style of hockey can have its difficulties. And the goalie can have its adjustments sometimes. And that can be a bit of a strain on the development of goalie. Goalies take a long time to develop. I mean, that's the one thing about it. The third option would be he resigns. Not third option. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But then again, if the Ducks choose that first option, like if Miller decides to retire, it's all good. It's all good. But then again, I believe they have a plan in place if he decides to retire. That's the thing about it. So, let's see. Say if Miller decides to signs elsewhere. Signs up. If he decides to sign, like say, for another team, LA, it would be bad news for us because you know the strengths and weaknesses of our Ducks, of our players, of our pet peeves and nerves, and he'll tell the coach. Or he would like sign somewhere where he want to be a Stanley Cup contender or something like that. Who knows? I mean, from local news I hear is that he sold his home, so who knows? At least a lot of speculation on what the situation will be. So, if he sells his home, rumors are spread and people have speculations, and that could be it all the time. So, it brings down to, like, what is his next move? Like, does he, like, because when you're 40 and you haven't won the Stanley Cup, you want to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, when you're in between ages of 36 to 40, you want to go a Stanley Cup contender, and you want to win badly to basically accomplish your career. I mean, trust me when I say this. A lot of players would want to go to a Stanley Cup contender. I could make thousands of examples. Name thousands of players. So that is one thing that could happen. The third option would be, it's plausible, but say if he decides to re-sign with Ducks for one more year, $1 million, and like think what you call a hometown discount. It could happen too. I mean, you could have a familiar 1-2 tandem, a dynamic American duo that could, get the Ducks back into the promised land, and who knows, go further in whatever the season the NHL puts in place, be it long season or short season. It basically comes down to, does he feel like want to play? Does he want to give another shot? Because if he signs, you're gonna have a roster full of young guys that has, well, I mean, he'll be like the grandfather at 40 years of age. He will be mentoring some of the younger guys, whether they be goaltenders or not. I mean, if you're 40 and the majority of them are between the ages of 22 and 25, they may see you as, hey, the experienced guy, the old man, if you know what I mean. So, in my personal opinion, these three things could happen. If they can happen, we won't know what the Ducks will look like. Because if it starts with, so, as patient and as we are, well, I would say our patience are tested. Whatever happens with the Ryan Miller, I can guarantee you, and I won't be surprised that you see a domino effect on what the Ducks 20th edition roster would look like. And if it looks the same, I won't be surprised. If it looks like basically different, even though that Kevin Shattenkirk has signed, who knows? But for Ryan Miller, who knows what is with Ryan Miller? So either those three options, I could see Ryan Miller, who knows, deciding to call it quits, sign elsewhere to win a Stanley Cup, or sign with the Ducks again. Who knows? It comes down. It's three. It doesn't come down, but it's three plausible scenarios that could happen. And as we wait, we can see what happens. We can see transition, the process of what the team would look like next year begin. Until then, I'll see you guys soon, okay?